everyone. My name is Clara. Today we are reading The Walls Came Tumbling Down, which is based on the Bible verses Joshua 1 through 6, and is written by Dave Hill and illustrated by Jim Roberts and Art Kirchhoff. Let's get into it. And God had led his people through the desert long years past. He told them of the promised land he lead them to at last. Now River Jordan lay ahead, beyond that Canaan land, their own to take as soon as God would lead them with his hand. God chose a man named Joshua and gave him this command: over the Jordan lead my people to the promised land. But just across the river wide sat high-walled Jericho. So Joshua picked out 2 spies and said to them, "You go and see how strong the city is. Come back and let us know, for big strong men live in that town, and they will stand and fight. So you 2 men must go and spy on Jericho tonight." The spies reached Jericho by night and quickly sneaked inside the walls to have a look about. But then a soldier cried, "Who are you strangers over there?" And then they ran off to hide. Well, but that is the soldier right there and the 2 spies. "Come here, you men. I will help you hide." They heard a woman call. They raced inside her house, which sat upon the city wall. "You men must hide," the woman said, and Rahab was her name. "Up on the roof, I'll hide you there. I'm so glad you came, for all the folks here are afraid. We hear of you, you see. And I know God is on your side. He gives you victory." Oh, there's Rahab talking to her spy friends. She covered them with mats of reeds until the soldiers passed, then brought them down and said to them, "You'll have to leave here fast." She set a basket on the floor and took a rope, bright red, and tied the basket to it tight. "Now get inside," she said. "I'll let you down the city wall and leave the rope to show my house. So when your soldiers come, they'll let my family go." The spies ran back to Joshua. They happily cried out, "The people are afraid of us. We'll win without a doubt." But others shouted, "Where's the bridge? Just see that water run." "God moved with us," said Joshua, "in all things we have done, and he will hold the waters back. We marched the morning sun." At dawn, the priests marched with the ark down to the riverside. The 10 Commandments, carved on stone, were safely held inside. They stopped to pray, then walked right in and held the ark up high. "A miracle!" the people cried, for Jordan had gone dry, meaning the Jordan River, or the body of water that they were walking past. Across the empty riverbed, the people marched all day. Then Joshua, the general, said, "Let us all kneel and pray and thank the Lord for this good land he gave us today." Next day, they marched to Jericho and camped about the wall. "It's high and strong and thick," they said, "but God will make it fall." That's a pretty high wall up there. Wonder how it's gonna fall. They marched and marched around the walls with 7 trumpets playing. The soldier men of Jericho were up on the wall saying, "Such noise they make! What silly folks! Why don't they just go away?" But they blew their horns and marched around the wall that day. For 6 days they did the same. Then came the 7th day. "Today we win," said Joshua. "Let's hear your trumpets play." With trumpets loud, for people marched around the walls so high for 7 trips, and then they stopped and raised a mighty cry. A sound of thunder filled the land and rumbled all around. As mighty Jericho's gray walls came tumbling to the ground. Oh, would you just look at that? They were tumbling down. Said Joshua, "Go and take the town, but Rahab shall go free, for now she wants us to serve the Lord with all her family." "We have a home," the people cried. "God gave us victory." And I think that's the end of our story here. Just go over what we read about today, all about Joshua and the walls of Jericho. And God gave Joshua that strength to lead the people to Jericho, and also having the help of the spies and hearing about that woman who was faithful to God and loved him so much. And Joshua leading those people, and they marched for 7 days and blew their trumpets, and those walls came crumbling down. And that is just God's might working, and through the help of God we can be strong and courageous and full of might. Yeah, see you all next time.